Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I'm here today to start a vlog. So if you are noticing that I am wearing makeup and the lighting is fantastic, thank you very much. I just filmed my wrap up, which should be going up before this, so I will link it up above if you haven't seen it yet.
Girl, it has been 2 weeks.
But it's finally time for my Kelsey Reads romance vlog. I try to do this every February in the summer and one in the fall winter. That one usually doesn't always happen because I'm really busy in the fall. But summer is the perfect time for romance, so I thought, why not read some pretty popular romances? I'm gonna go through the first one, which isn't that popular, but I really love this series. I think it's criminally underrated. This is the third book in Alicia Rye's Modern Love series. It's these two books, The Right Swipe and then Girl Gone Viral, and this is the third and last book in the trilogy, I think, called First Comes Like. So this is following Gia Ahmed. So she has her eye on the prize, conquering the internet today, the entire makeup industry tomorrow. She has little time for love and even less time for men until the day a certain international superstar slides into her DMs and she falls hard fast. There's just one wrinkle: he has no idea who she is, but he is the son of a powerful Bollywood family. His name is Dev. A strange woman accuses him of wooing her online. That's how they meet, and I think that's super cute. Alicia Rye has really great diversity in her novels. I always enjoy the discussions and themes that she presents forth, and she writes a really great romance, really cute, really fun. So I'm very looking forward to picking this one up. Then I want to continue in the Brown Sisters trilogy because I just haven't picked it up since I read Chloe Brown like maybe last year. So this follows Dani Brown. She is the sister to Chloe, obviously. So Dani Brown knows what she wants: professional success, academic renown, and the occasional role in the hay to relieve an occasional role in the hay to relieve all that career-driven tension. Oh, but romance? Been there, done that. So Dani asks the universe for the perfect friend with benefits. In comes this man named Zafir. He rescues her from a workplace fire drill gone wrong, and the heroic rescue goes viral. So now half of the internet is shipping the two together, so they decide to play along. I'm here for it. I also know that the character of Dani Brown is bisexual, so I'm interested to see how that discussion plays into the novel. Does it ever come up? I would truly like to know. Chloe Brown I gave 3.5 stars, but I think that's because I didn't really identify with Chloe Brown as a character. So I'm really hoping that I will enjoy Dani Brown because of her bisexuality and the conversations that could be presented in the novel. So really keen to see how that's done in this one. Then I'm finally reading The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is probably like one of the most hyped romance books on Book Talk, on Bookstagram, on BookTube this year. The reason I'm really interested to pick this up is because I am a huge Raylo stan. I'm sorry, I don't know what that says about me. I'm ashamed of it. I don't mention it often. I love Kylo Ren. Anyways, we're not going to get into it. So this follows a third-year PhD student named Olive Smith who doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships. Her best friend wants to date Olive's ex-boyfriend, I guess, and oh my god, there's a mention of Jedi mind tricks in the synopsis. In order to prove to Olive's best friend that she's dating someone else, she kisses the first man she sees. And this man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and a well-known ass. So I guess they're gonna have like this enemies to lovers relationship. Anyways, I'm here for it. I think I'm really gonna enjoy it. So excited to pick this one up. And then the book that I decided to start with is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This was gifted to me by my amazing friend Simone, so thank you, my dear. But I'm very excited to pick this up. Everybody's really enjoying Emily Henry's romances, and I've never picked up anything from Emily Henry, not even her YA books. So this follows Augustus Everett. He is an acclaimed author of literary fiction. January Andrews, which is the other character, writes best-selling romance. They are polar opposites. They find out that they live next to each other in their neighboring beach houses, so they're both kind of dealing with like a writer's drought, and they decide to switch novels to see if the other can like take a day in their shoes and like finish their books. So far I have read the first sentence of this book, so nothing really to go forward with. We'll see if I end up reading a bit more later today, but yes, welcome to the vlog. It's finally starting. I'm very excited to read these like hyped romances and take you along on this journey.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Hello! So it has been several days since I updated you last. Like, I think almost a week. Like, pretty much almost a week. And therefore, you must be thinking like, oh, Kelsey, you must have read a lot of books in this past week. No, I didn't. let's talk about it. So first things first, I am now 150 pages into Beach Read. So I did talk about what this is about, but at this point now, the relationship is clearly developing between Gus and January. Given that I'm only 150 pages into this book, 5 days after I started it, am I enjoying it? I am when I'm reading it, but I'm definitely not like itching to pick it up. I think now that they're kind of getting into like their research excuses to go out on like fun little dates, although I don't know if Gus's dates are fun. But because they're using this as their excuse, I'm getting a bit more into it because you're starting to see their relationship develop. But at the beginning of the book, I didn't understand why we needed to be so negative to one another. I understand that like Emily Henry was establishing like enemies to lovers, but really they were just annoying. I don't think it was necessary to behave like this to I don't know. We just had the Olive Garden scene. I don't know if that means anything to people who have read this book, which I thought it was pretty cute, but we'll see what happens. A book I am enjoying though, that I had to start because I was just bored of Beach Read, was Take a Hint, Dani Brown. Obviously, Talia Hibbert, a genius, a mastermind. I think she writes really great books. I'm only 50 pages into this one. I might get to more of this today. I am currently working. Am I working from bed, you may ask? Yes, I am. I'm just really exhausted and we're not going to talk about it. Like I said, 50 pages into this. I think it's really cute. I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and I didn't enjoy it that much, and I think it's because I didn't enjoy Chloe as a main character. However, Dani, queen shit, I love her. And Zafir, hello? I'm obsessed with them already, and I'm only 50 pages in. So you can gather like my feelings for this are clearly more receptive than what I'm feeling for Beach Read. But whatever, we're going to continue with these two. I just wanted to give a quick update. I am going out tonight, so maybe, hopefully, I'll take a video. You know the drill, baby. I did not. I'm not 100% sure, guys. The reading slump, I definitely wanted to be finished 4 books by now, and I'm not even finished 2. So we'll see what happens. Hello, so I just finished work, which is why you might hear the laundry machine in the background because I am trying to get some laundry in. So I'm thinking because I have some time before I need to go out tonight, I might physically read Beach Read for a bit. At least get another 50 pages. Like I would love to get 100 pages. Do I see that happening? I don't know. And then while I'm doing my makeup later on, I would also like to listen to Take a Hint, Dani Brown. That's the plan. I'm gonna start Beach Read right now, and then we will see what happens. Hello, so I guess it's time for a little update. I'm really sorry that this vlog is coming like really late. Not that you guys would care because it's really like my goal, and I'm just disappointed in myself. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a reading slump, but I'm also like extremely busy with work these past 2 weeks, so it probably just wasn't a great time for this. But anyways, just to update you, I did finish Take a Hint, Dani Brown. I feel like I completely sped through this, and that's because I really did. This was absolutely amazing. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it so much. Dani Brown is an incredibly relatable character to me, and I think that this novel just hit that sweet spot. So like if you've read this and you know about Dani, that's me being in love with me. Basically what this book is about. I love that Dani and Zaf had their own problems to work through. The trope of fake dating and the third act conflict that they experienced felt really realistic, and it didn't deter my love or appreciation of the novel at all. When I had read the first book in the series, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, this one, I didn't really enjoy it that much, or at least as much as everybody else. And so I was a little apprehensive that the Brown sister trilogy just wasn't going to be for me. So I really put off reading Take a Hint, Dani Brown because of that. But this one just hit different. I loved the banter between the two, how they helped each other through their problems with communication. It was healthy. It meant so much to me, and I really, really loved it. I have literally nothing negative to say, except one thing. The main character is named Danica, which is one of my friends' names. So it was really awkward when Zaf would be like, "Come for me, Danica," and I was like, not words I wanted to hear, you know, on a Tuesday morning. And then here is my main problem of the week. I never want to pick this book up. I think it's because I built it so much in my head that everybody like really loved it, and it was like people's favorite romances of the year, like last year, the year before, and like I see it, I get why, but it's not exactly for me. Firstly, I do appreciate the like opposites attract kind of relationship that's going on here. I really like Gus. I think he's really interesting. Could be because Gus reminds me of myself. We will never know. But something I'm not understanding is how they are discussing like love and romance, and then they will just randomly like hook up with one another, but then never talk about it, and then talk about it when they hook up with each other again. It's very confusing to me. And I feel like they're not really having the discussions that they need to be having when they're hooking up all the time with each other. So it's throwing me off because I just feel like it doesn't make sense, or we are missing important conversations that need to be happening, which I don't think we are. Like, are the two characters opening up to one another? Absolutely. In both ways. But I do feel like, yeah, they're opening up to one another about like their family problems and like stuff like that. And I think that that's really interesting and like, you know, bonding them in a way. I just feel like there's other things that they should be talking about that they're not. And I think it's pretty obvious where the novel is going. Not that romance novels surprise me in any way, but I just feel like I don't know. I just like coming off of this where they were very like intent with their feelings and like talking about everything that was going on, and like the plot made sense and the timeline made sense and the story made sense. Here, I just feel like we're glimpsing in and out of their lives, even though we're with them all the time. I don't know if that makes sense. I am enjoying Emily Henry's writing, but yeah, not enough to say like I'm super eager to pick this up every time. I am at page 252 now, so I have about 100 more pages to go, so we'll see what happens. And then the next audiobook I want to pick up is First Comes Like by Alicia Rai. This is like almost guaranteed to be something I enjoy. I have loved the first two books in this series. I really like Alicia Rai as an author, so I'm very keen to pick this up. I think this is the final book in her Modern Love series, so we'll see how it ends. It's following two other characters. It is a bit longer than my previous audiobook, but I usually speed through Alicia Rai's writing, so I'm like really wanting to pick this up more than this. So we'll see what happens. Hello, so I ended up finishing Beach Read last night. I am taking the day off of work. I'm not feeling like 100% right now, so I decided I'm gonna update this vlog, get a lot into the last two books of this fucking vlog so that I can edit this and I can post it in a timely manner, because I haven't posted this week and I've been doing really well and I don't want to slack off. So yes, finished Beach Read. Did it make me sob at the end? As you saw in the last clip, absolutely, absolutely. The letters that the dad leaves for January, kill me. That was just take me off of this planet, because that made me sob my fucking eyes out. Because if there is one thing that will make me cry in a book, it's definitely a tumultuous relationship between our main character and their parental figure, father, mother, whatever it is. But nothing else gets me going like good old father-daughter issues, and I absolutely fucking cried. I can't emphasize it enough that I cried so much. However, for a romance novel, which this is pitched as, I found it to be pretty lackluster and lacking in tension. The novel is pitched, or the synopsis is pitched as like a rivals to lovers situation between the two. And while the novel did have that, I think that that tension was missing from like page one. It was so obvious that Gus loved January, and that January was just extremely insecure and always overthinking things. She often sounded like a child. It made me like a little apprehensive to like her character, just because she was always like overthinking situations and not really like taking the time to think that something could be different from what she was thinking. I also found that their like author writing competition moved so quickly into like kissing and holding hands. And I think I mentioned this previously, but it's like they never spoke about it. Like they just did it and then they didn't talk about it. So it was super weird to read. I got quickly fed up with the interaction and really bored very early on into the novel. And like I mentioned, I was struggling to pick this one up. It definitely put me into a bit of a reading slump these last 2 weeks. And when I did end up picking it up, the only thing that had me going was really January's relationship with her parents and dealing with her father's death. So while I do appreciate that Henry mixed in some serious topics with a romance, I think the romance ended up faltering because of that. However, it did make me interested to read more from Henry. So I ended up giving this a 3 stars because it's definitely like in the middle for me. And I definitely want to pick up People We Meet on Vacation because I think I will like it more just from like the general reviews I'm seeing online from people who didn't like this one like me. And like I said, since I have the day off, I'm definitely going to get a lot into First Comes Like. I really would love to get 200 pages into this. I absolutely love Alicia Rye's writing. I think I've said that. And if you've watched my channel for a bit, you know that every book in this series so far I've really enjoyed. So I don't anticipate this being any different, and I'm definitely going to dive into it now. If I can, I will start the last book in this series as well. So we'll see where this goes. You're spending the day with me. I'm going to really try to fucking buckle down and read these last 2 books. Hello, so I wanted to give a quick update. Things have not been going well with what I thought. Well, actually, I did pretty well yesterday. I took the day off because I wasn't really feeling well. So I was actually able to read quite a bit of First Comes Like. I got to the 200-page goal. And so far, I'm really enjoying this. I've seen a lot of like negative reviews for this book. And I'm not 100% sure why. Because as of right now, I think it's a really good like fake dating type of situation. It seems to be like there's going to be a marriage of convenience in a way, or like a dating of convenience, which I'm really enjoying. And I really like Gia as a main character. She's not a character that I really remember from the first 2 books, and I think I've been reading reviews and like a lot of people have said that as well. So that could be possibly why there's a distance between readers and Gia, but I really like her. I think she's really cute. Dev is also a really cute character. I just like their story and like how they've come together and like how they were able to meet, I think is really funny and like quirky. So I'm enjoying that aspect. 200 pages in, obviously, because it's so easy to read and so easy to listen to the audiobook. So I've been really enjoying this. Do I enjoy it as much as the first 2 books? No. So that could possibly be another reason for people like disliking this one a little bit. But we'll see how I feel at the end. However, yesterday, thankfully I did take the day off, but my boyfriend needed to go to the hospital. It's nothing serious. He just needs to eat more bananas. But anyways, while we were there, I ended up getting 100 pages into the Love Hypothesis. So not exactly the goal I wanted to get to, which was 200 pages. But I'm really, really, really enjoying this a lot. Like a lot. I don't know if it's the Raylo fangirly in me, but I am loving this fanfic. Loving it. Do I love Adam as a character? Yes, quite a bit. Do I like Olive? Yes, actually. Usually the problem I have in romance novels is insecure female main characters. And while I do find Olive can be a tad insecure, I think it's realistic. She is a PhD student in a fake relationship with a professor. So like, it makes sense. I haven't gotten to the entire boob in mouth part. So I'm eagerly anticipating that specific scene because I want to see how I feel, if I feel like weird and awkward about it. But yeah, Ali Hazelwood's writing, really enjoying this. I could definitely see why this was a hit on like TikTok and BookTube a couple of months ago. As of right now, I'm waiting for my boyfriend to come home. It's thundering outside like crazy. So it's making me a little nervous because I'm scared of the dark and I don't want to lose power in the house. But hopefully I will end up not losing power and I will be safe, secure, and fine. But because of that risk, I think I'm going to stick with the audiobook of this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to the audiobook of this one. And I will update you whenever. Hello, so the last time I updated you was actually like 2 days ago. Yesterday I had my like work summer party and I didn't really have time to update yesterday because I basically went to work at like 8 a.m. and then came home at like 11. So I didn't really have time to update, and I also didn't have time to read. So I have no updates for the Life Hypothesis. I'm still feeling the same way. I still want to kind of pick it up today and hopefully read a couple of pages, but I do have like Father's Day things to do today. So I don't know how far I'll get into this, but I'll try my best. I did, however, finish First Comes Like by Alicia Rye, and I have to say that I do agree kind of with the reviews now that I finished the book. I ended up giving this a 3.5 stars. It's definitely not my favorite in the series. My favorite is definitely the first book. I would highly recommend that one. It was on my best books of like 2019 or 20. I still found the romance to be really cute. I don't want to discredit Alicia Rye because I do think she writes fantastic romances, and I think were this not compared to the rest of the series, I would have really enjoyed this, I think, more. Because like with Alicia Rye's the romance, the main characters are definitely the selling point of the series. I definitely think that the strong female protagonist is still prevalent in this book. The men are also always really great in these books. They're strong, they're caring, they're kind, and I think that that's definitely a selling point to all of her books in the series. I also think Rye did an excellent job tackling like different topics within this book, like cultural differences, religion, and they felt real despite the fact that both of these characters are dealing with like slight fame. And although I can't speak for the representation in this book, I still found it to be really respectful. And I think Alicia Wright tackled it really well, but again, of course I can't speak to that, so I would definitely like look to Own Voices reviews. The conflicting differences felt real and they were definitely emotional, but I also felt like they were heartwarming and they definitely added to the relationship overall. However, despite all of this, the novel was really going into a good track. I was really enjoying it, as you guys saw in the last clip, but some miscommunication started happening like 85% into the book, and I absolutely cannot stand miscommunication, especially when it's not done in a way that makes sense to me. Like when it's based on the insecurities of a character, I can't take it. I just can't. I feel like when you're reading an insecurity from a character from a third person point of view, it's really frustrating because it definitely feels like it's coming out of nowhere. Like I knew that one of these characters had insecurities, but when it starts adding up and there's no reason for you to believe these things, it's frustrating from a third person point of view. Would I have these insecurities? Perhaps. But from an outside perspective, didn't appreciate it. It really disappointed me, and I feel like it could have been completely cut from the novel and like it wouldn't have really made a difference for their relationship at all, especially because it's resolved like 5 pages later. So I don't understand. Another thing is that the audiobook, I think the audiobook narrator for Gia's character did everyone really well. The audiobook narrator for Dev, like when he was talking from the like in the dialogue from the female perspective, I just can't. Why must men narrate women this way? It frustrates me to no end. Ended up giving this 3.5 stars. That's my update for now. I'm definitely, like I said, gonna read some of the Love Hypothesis today if I can, and I will update you probably tomorrow. I doubt I'm gonna vlog anything else today. I've finished the Love Hypothesis, so it's finally time for me to end this vlog. I know I have my pimple patches. Just ignore them. I'm going to New York in like 4 days, and I don't want to have these pimples here. I want to take beautiful, gorgeous, lovely photos without these guys. So let's talk about my overall feelings of the Love Hypothesis. It did not sweep me off my feet in the way that I saw online and in the way that a lot of other people enjoy this book, but I definitely still really enjoyed this. I really liked the writing. However, for a good portion of the novel, I was really annoyed with the main character's, Olive's, reasoning for entering the fake relationship. And that friend, that reason, Anne, was so annoying and weird, and like her reasons for forcing these very awkward interactions between Olive and Adam was creepy. I couldn't get over it. I thought it was so weird. So I think that really took me out of the book, and it really took me a while to then get into the book again. Once I moved past that and the novel became more about Olive and Adam's relationship, how they were developing their feelings for another, how Olive was really learning to conquer her self-esteem issues, gaining more confidence, I began to really enjoy the book. And like yesterday, I read 200 pages in one shot because then it absolutely pulled me in. I think Olive, while annoying in the beginning, is a very relatable main character. And as a woman in STEM myself, I could really relate to her insecurities and everything that she was feeling. Also, I really loved the love interest, Adam. Whether it's because he's a brooding man who only wears black and that's really my type, or because he's based off of Adam Driver and Kylo Ren, we will never know. We'll never know why I liked Adam the most. Regardless, I'm really excited to pick up more from Ali Hazelwood in the future. I know her next book, it's a pink cover, I don't remember what it's called, has like a more Star Wars-y element to it. So while this was still like a kind of reimagining of like Rilo fan fiction, I'm really excited for that one too. So overall, really enjoyed this. A classic, solid romance novel that has tropes that I like, and I ended up giving this 4 stars. So let's just summarize this entire vlog. I wanted to read all of these books in 1 week, and it's taken me 3. So not the most successful in terms of time management. And also, I know that this vlog is a bit boring. I have no b-roll. I could not be bothered to record any b-roll these past 3 weeks. I'm sorry about that. I'm still gonna post this vlog anyways because I tell myself that I have to do it anyways, even though I don't think I'll like it, someone will. Let's summarize books. First, we started off and finished Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I gave this 5 stars. I really loved it. The favorite of this vlog for sure. Next, we have Beach Read by Emily Henry. This was a bit of a disappointment for me. I really thought that I was absolutely gonna adore this book, and it ended up somewhere in the middle for me. I gave this a 3 stars. I'm definitely still looking forward to reading more from Emily Henry, but this was a bit more downplayed than what I was expecting. After that, we have First Comes Like. I gave this 3.5 stars. I still really enjoyed it, but I definitely had some issues with our main character. And then finally, The Love Hypothesis. I gave this 4 stars. Like I said, enjoyed it. So that's it. Finally, this vlog is finally over. These are all of the books I read for this romance reading vlog. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know down below if you've read any of these books. Did you like them? Did you hate them? them, let me know down below. Also, if you would like to follow me anywhere else, I do leave a link down below to my Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram if you would like to follow me there. And because it is the end of the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. It does wonders for my channel. It makes me really happy. But that's it. I don't know ever how to end these things, so I will see you next time. Bye!